All right, let's play this clip of Steve Bannon, because certainly, and I got to be honest with you, there are multiple things that Trump did over the past week that should present the situation where he owns Obamacare. And they're attempting to make it fail, and it's unclear at this point, like, what ultimately the strategy is. Because I've seen different takes now on what Bannon is going to brag about here as to whether or not it's actually going to create more winners than losers in the system. But it's certainly creating a lot of uncertainty. And there are other things that that Trump signed last week that are going to make the system even more rickety. The best parts of this, of course, were the Medicaid expansion and the patient protections. It's unclear, at least where the patient protections stand. They can't touch Medicaid except for, obviously, in those Republican states. For the time being, I should say. But here's Steve Bannon bragging to the Values Voter Summit, because they vote on values. I don't know what those values are.
I think you do.
I do know what they are.
Yeah, Treasury Secretary Mnuchin said it's going to be a middle-class tax cut, and it's going to have the small business tax cut. This is going to be middle-class and for working-class people.
Pause it for one moment. I just want to remind you that when Mnuchin was asked about this on CNN, I think it was, he said, well, that wasn't a promise. That was actually less of a promise and a pledge and more of like an idea.
I always said, like, I hope you stay in your house, okay?
That's right.
It's aspirational.
Yeah, so just to correct Bannon, because this was, I think this talk did take place after 10 a.m., so, you know, things get a little loose after that time.
This is going to be middle class and for working class people, I guarantee you. Then you had Obamacare, not going to make the CSR payments, going to blow that thing up, going to blow those exchanges up, right?
Pause it. This is not going to be terribly helpful for Trump or the Republicans when they argue that it has collapsed on its own accord, when Steve Bannon is bragging that they're doing this to blow it up. But I don't think Steve Bannon actually shares that same project as those people. So,
and lo and behold, we're going to decertify and get out of the Iran deal.
Yeah, that's unclear that they're going to get out of the Iran deal. They've actually kicked the can over to Congress. But I've got to ask about Bannon. We're going to look into this more in the second half. A, where did his Southern accent return from? And B, why is he so out of breath in that very slow-paced presentation of what he was talking about? I mean, the guy was completely out of breath.
Remember you from Sex and the City. Gonna blow that up.
So
I tried to get a writing credit on Sex and the City. I didn't get it, and now we're gonna have fascism.
There you go.
Fuck all of you.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos